Hey, maybe you recognize me. I'm your favorite asshole. Guys, it's me, Larry Andrews. And yeah, haven't been on in a while because I've been kind of busy. I've got my own problems, but I just had to get on today after watching some of the hearings for Coney Barrett, who I like to call Serena Joy. Now, if you don't understand the reference, look up Serena Joy. Now, whereas Serena Joy might not necessarily be based upon Coney Barrett, it's close enough. Number one, why in the world do we care what your crotch goblins are accomplishing at home? Is that going to help you vote on the Supreme Court? Why do we care that because you have 9 people in your family, for some reason, you think that's a qualification for sitting on a 9-person Supreme Court? Okay. What's that about? Also, too, what are you trying to think you're supermom because you treat your uterus like a clown car? We should somehow hold you up as a model of womanly, motherly responsibility? When you admit yourself that you are subservient to your husband and your husband calls the shots, not you. So what does that mean? So does that mean that you're only allowed to do what your husband allows you to do? Why would I want someone like that on the Supreme Court? Tell me. Your own personal beliefs go completely against some of the laws of the land, yet we're supposed to trust you that you're going to judge just by the law and not be informed by your personal bias or your personal faith or your personal belief. I don't believe that. And quite honestly, especially when it comes to the ACA and pre-existing conditions and things like that, I personally cannot take the chance. Okay? I was in the Navy back in the 80s. I got hurt really bad during training. Because those injuries at the time and for years after were considered pre-existing conditions, I was unable to get health care. I was unable later on that if I had an injury that was even close to the injury I had in the Navy, it wasn't covered. It was considered pre-existing condition. I'm sorry, you're fucked. I can't trust you on that, Coney Barrett. Or should I just call you Serena Joy? Because in the story, Serena Joy was actually a feminist, was actually an author, was actually pretty well accomplished, but she allowed the overly religious setup to come and happen and strip her of all her power and strip her of all her individuality down to the point where she wasn't even allowed to read or write anymore. So how do I know that you, Coney Barrett, aren't going to do that? Seriously. How are we supposed to trust you? Now, I do agree with one thing as far as on the Republicans, that the Democrats are attacking Coney Barrett on her faith. Yes, they are. I agree with you guys. They are. And I really wish they wouldn't, because that's only going to embolden the other side to push even harder for her. 3 years as a judge, does that really qualify you to be on the Supreme Court? I don't think so. So, I don't know. It's just me. Now, another thing I saw today on those hearings, Mike Lee. Mike Lee was tested positive for COVID-19 10 days ago, yet he shows up without wearing a mask. So, if that isn't white privilege being just displayed for all to see. Look at me, I'm a white man, I'm on the Congress, I'm on this committee, I'm in charge here, and you know what? I'm going to display how in charge I am by not wearing a mask, even though I've got a deadly contagious virus. That's white fucking privilege, if ever there was any. What is wrong with you, you asshole? Seriously. And you, Kennedy. Oh my God, what is wrong with you people? And then I'm watching, and some of these people can't even get their tech right. I know 12-year-olds that can sit down in front of a computer and click it on, get on Zoom, get on whatever, get on TikTok and broadcast to the planet. But you guys are elected officials who are supposed to know things, who are supposed to be able to govern, who are supposed to be the representatives of us, can't even manage simple technology on your own? How are we supposed to trust you? How am I supposed to sit there and listen to you when you can't even get your shit to work? Sorry, even Kamala Harris had trouble with it. What's wrong with you people? Get it together. If you can't do a Zoom call, and oh, that was the other thing too. Somebody else said, I don't remember her name. Oh, I'm sorry, because they couldn't get to us via satellite. It's not via satellite. It's the fucking internet. Internet's been going for a long time now. Learn it. Get used to it. It's here to stay. It's not via satellite like back in the 70s. And you know what? When Nixon and Kennedy did their debate from either side of the planet via satellite, it worked perfectly. Because even those guys back then didn't have quite the technology we do, but there were people who actually knew how to do stuff, and those people were allowed to do what they know how to do. Unlike this administration, where all the people that actually know things are being shut up and thrown in the back room and locked away. It's like what, I don't know the exact Bible verse. Children should be seen and not heard. Well, that's what they're doing. All the people who actually know stuff can be seen, but no, we can't listen to them. Sorry. You go against my personal beliefs. You go against what I personally am trying to push here. Oh no, we can't have your knowledge because it interferes with mine. I'm sick of it. What's wrong with you assholes? And all you people that are empowering these assholes, please think about what you're doing. Okay? Because now you got Trump wanting to put on a Superman shirt under his suit and tie and come out on the balcony and go, "Hola, Superman, I'm immune, I'm super." Okay, even the most ardent and hardened Trumpanzees should be looking at this going, "Ah, shit, we don't need this crap. This is fucking bullshit." How are you not embarrassed for yourselves supporting a guy who thinks it's a good idea to come out and do the Superman pose after being sick? Then he's turning it around and saying that he allowed himself to be infected to prove just how little a big deal it really is, or how little a deal it really is. To prove it's really not a big deal at all. To prove it's nothing. After you get him on tape saying how big of a deal it is, he allows himself to be infected to prove it's not a big deal? And you people believe this? What is wrong with you assholes? Seriously, Trumpanzees, wake the fuck up. Then he's saying how he's immune. I wrote it down. My immunity, I have a protective glow now. I can't get the virus and I can't transmit the virus because of my protective glow. Yeah, it's all that fucking bronzer. He can't sweat anymore, so no, he can't possibly be putting out any droplets because the orange sheath that he bathes himself in, that's the protective glow. It can't get past the chemicals. I mean, come on. But you people that are out there on the Trumpanzee train, back this? How in the world can you possibly look at something like this, listen to what he says, and go, yeah, that's my guy? Come on. What is wrong with you fucking idiots? Yes, I'm calling you idiots. I'm sorry. If you're a Trump supporter, still, you're an idiot. Just like the guy out there that burned down the hay bales of, Biden Harris, big sign made out of hay bales. Some Trumpanzee decided, no, I don't like that, and burned it to the ground. You guys are okay with that. But if it was turned around, and it was, I saw a video of a guy pissing on a Trump sign and the owner of the house went and grabbed a paintball gun and just started shooting at the guy pissing on his sign, that's okay. You can do that if people disagree with, if you disagree with somebody else's mention. Because if a Biden supporter came out and started shooting a Trumpanzee with paintballs, that guy would get arrested. But because it's a Trumpanzee doing it, it's okay. Because it's a Trump supporter going out and burning down a sign on somebody's private property, that's okay. You got the president going out trying to put on a Superman shirt. Look at me, I'm strong. That's okay. You got a guy saying that he personally accepted the infection to prove to the people that it's no big deal and to show how strong he is. Somehow that makes sense to you people. You're assholes. Stop being assholes. And Amy, Coney, Barrett, maybe you really don't want to completely fuck with other women because you're going to be in a position to. Maybe you're not going to throw the Trump line and overturn Roe v. Wade and vote to destroy the ACA. Maybe you're not. But you know what? I can't trust that. And anybody with any kind of thinking and any kind of knowledge about how your particular brand of Christianity works, they can't trust it either. And you know what? It's a uterus, not a clown car. Stop adding to the overabundance of kids and population on the planet. Okay, when it said back in the Bible, where it said, you know, be fruitful and multiply, he wasn't talking to you specifically. So stop it. And as far as anybody else out there, if any of you assholes disagree with me, there's the comment section. Go to the comment section. Tell me why you actually think Trump is a good president. I really want to know why. I have a million reasons why not. And if you want, we can engage on it. I can do a live Zoom and we can broadcast the thing. You tell me why you think Trump is a good guy to have as president. Even though he's a lying sack of shit and the evidence is mounting and mounting and mounting that he's a maniac, then the evidence is mounting and mounting and mounting that he gets people in to high-level positions who really don't know anything, so he can bully them into doing what he wants. The evidence is there. There's so much of it, but yet you still think he's the president. He's a good president. I want to know why. Really, I do. So, assholes, have a lovely evening. I'll see you next time.